Hi, I'm Cliff Hildreth. To be a first-time buyer again and only having to worry about buying a home. Now as a move-up buyer or a downsizer, now you need to worry about selling and buying a home at the same time. It certainly can be stressful to balance the two simultaneous real estate transactions. When you're selling and buying a home at the same time, there is certainly a balancing act to be achieved. Ideally, it would be perfect to sell your home and move into your new home on the same day. But sometimes that's easier said than done. When the thought enters your head to sell your home and buy a new one, don't go off half-cocked and just list your home. Contact an agent so first you understand the delicate balancing act of selling your home and buying a home at the same time and what options you have available to do so. For many, you still need to finance your home purchase. So contact a lender for pre-approval so you can start discussing real scenarios and real numbers before you get into the deal. Make sure your pre-approval states whether it's necessary or not for you to sell your current home to be able to purchase the new home. You should also take some time to make sure that your expectations are realistic. Moving up or down is different than buying your first home. You already have a house you like, you're just improving on some of the issues you're finding with your current home. Make sure what you are trying to accomplish is attainable. For example, occasionally I'll have a move-up buyer contact me with only a small bump up in house price, but they're trying to move into a much more desirable community or drastically increasing the living space or the amenities. Their goals may not be attainable. Lastly, no matter what route you decide to go, preparing your home and pricing your home properly are still critical to a smooth transaction. When you're selling and buying a home at the same time, there is certainly a balancing act to be achieved. Of course, everybody would love to sell their home and move into the new one on the same day. Well, here are some options to consider if you are looking to simultaneously buy and sell a home. For a very few, carrying two mortgages can certainly provide the easiest route to buy and sell at the same time. This allows you to find your home and close on it, then sell your home after you've secured new housing. Of course, this means you need to qualify for your new mortgage while carrying the mortgage on your previous home. If you happen to have enough equity in your current home, you may be able to tap that for the down payment on the new property. But, as with most situations, there are pros and cons. The pros? Well, it's the least stressful way. Timing is completely on your terms. Since you already have a new place to go and are no longer under time constraints, you're free to negotiate the best terms on the sale of your current home and on the new purchase. The cons, however, you may need to qualify for a new mortgage while still carrying the first mortgage. Also, the money you need for the down payment may be tied up in your current home. And lastly, if the financial burden of carrying two mortgages becomes too great before you sell your first home, you may end up having to take a lower offer than you otherwise might to get out of the first mortgage. So, as you can see, while this is the easiest option, it's probably not a reality for most homeowners. Selling and buying a home simultaneously can be done with real estate contingencies written into both contracts. The first, when you list your home, it will be listed subject to finding a home of choice. When you put a home under agreement, it will be contingent on selling your current home. If the contingencies don't fall into place, you're not obligated to buy or sell with no recourse to you. For many who are looking to buy and sell at the same time, this is an attractive option and many will try to go this route. There is a downside to using real estate contingencies. First, realize a contingency will often cost you money. And why is that? Well, for a buyer or seller to consider a contingency, you may have to sell your house for a little bit less and or offer more on the house you're wanting to buy. Because basically you're asking the other party to wait for things to fall into place for you without any guarantees for them. The second point to consider is, while the contingency may be the best option for you, there are plenty of sellers and or buyers that do not need or want contingencies. This limits your pool of potential buyers for your home or homes that are available for you to buy. Another option that's available is to get your home sold first and have alternate living arrangements available for an interim period while you look for and get another home under agreement. This certainly reduces the stress of getting your home sold and buying the new one on the same day. Now, your living arrangements can be a family member, short-term rental, or a residence hotel. Remember, if you're motivated to buy, it will only be temporary, a few months at best. But as always, there are pros and cons. The pros: less stress, allows you to negotiate the best deals on the sale of your home and the purchase of a new home, as before. But the cons: you're probably paying for 2 moves, you have to live in transition for a period of time, and you may have to pay to store some of your belongings. Now, of course, selling and buying at the same time can be stressful, especially when children and pets are involved. But homeowners do it every day, and as a real estate agent, I'm adept in walking my clients through the process. Just go into it prepared of what may be ahead of you. The main takeaway of this video is that when you're buying and selling simultaneously, it's probably wise to have a plan A and a plan B. There are so many moving parts and variables, it's always wise to have a backup option. It's the best way to save you stress and anxiety if the unknown pops up unexpectedly. Well, I hope that helps. Don't hesitate to contact me at the number or the email below, even if you're not ready to buy or sell right now. It's not just about selling homes for me. I'm always happy to help in any way that I can. Remember, together we can make it happen.